taken 10 marks, 15 kicks and 10 marks, 16 possessions to Libba.
Okay, well, they're fighting and scratching and biting out there. Broderick and Cameron, the ball put down, and umpire Callaghan's bounce is not good. It goes to wind of Fitzroy. Out now to Paxman. He battles his way hard. Down to McCarthy. McCarthy can't take the mark. It's chipped back nicely by Payne. Back now to Paxman. Paxman and Fitzroy driving long. They fly high, and up goes Manson. And James Manson not only takes the mark, but he gives it to Lynch. Lynch has got 7 goals now. Good play, James Manson. And there was no way stopping that one.
Excellent play by Manson. He took a fantastic grab and got it on quickly to Lynch in the goal square, who just made it a real easy job out of that one. And it's a good start for Fitzroy in the last quarter.
Well, big stuff that. And 27 seconds went to get that goal. And a great effort by Fitzroy. They've moved now on the Alternagate Shopping Centre scoreboard to 11-3-69. They trail Footscray 16-10-106. Ball down in the centre of the ground. Up goes Paxman again, but it was Scotty Wine to tap it out. It goes to Payne and Fitzroy. He kicks out wide. Darcy sitting back to take the mark for Footscray. He does it easily. Chips it down to Quill. Quill will run it over down to Barrow, one imagines. No, he's gone a bit further afield. And the mark has been taken by Thorpe.
Thorpe gets it on to Quill. Quill centres the ball in towards centre half forward, but Footscray are sadly lacking in numbers there, and coming through to take the mark for Fitzroy was Caven. He chips it down the members' side of the ground, finds Broderick on the wing. Broderick plays on, gets a handball away to Armstrong. Under pressure, Armstrong got the ball away. Nice pass here, finds Darren Payne. He got the handball away, back to Broderick, who lost his footing. Got to be holding the ball and rents Broderick. Cameron was quickly in, just held on to Broderick, who made no attempt to get the ball out from under him. And Leon Cameron takes the free kick for Footscray. Cameron kicks down towards centre wing, looking for Thorpe. He got an awkward half volley, couldn't control it. Coming in at the back of the pack and knocking it over the boundary line for Fitzroy, once again, was Peter Caven. Waiting for the throw-in. Half forward, almost at half forward for Footscray. Scotty Wine just took the ball out of the pack. Couldn't get a clear kick away though. Smothered by Baldwin. Players quickly mill over the ball. The umpire calls play on as it comes out to Scotty West. West puts a chip in up towards Ilya Grigic. He can't take the mark, but he spread-eagled the pack. Brian Royal picks it up, runs into the open goal and slams it through. He was nicely shepherded there by Thorpe, who told him to go, but Ilya Grigic did all the work. He went for the mark. Players fell everywhere, and Brian Royal had the very...
A big man in form, isn't it? He attracts the attention.
The youngsters starting to show a bit of steel down here for the Bulldogs. Down it goes, and up will go Scotty Wine to tap it out. He gets it back himself. Goes for a big kick. It's going out wide. Thorpe's after it, so too he'll pick it up too. He's got it. He's got the ball under control. Sockers it nicely. Down to his teammate. Picked up by Grant. Left foot snap at goal. Grigic is up there. And he's taken the mark. The big fellow.
Don't the crowd love him?
No wonder. And back he comes. Now, will he have to be forced on the angle? Well, he's a bit stiff. Chris Mitchell is the umpire, so he'll be put on a worse angle. Not like it happened down here before with young Callaghan. Now, the big fella. Ilya Grigic moving in. Head over the ball. 2 metres out from goal. And he's put it through. Goal umpire says all clear a goal. 4 to Ilya. And the tent is
looking bigger.
The 118, Fitzroy 11-3-69.
Good work by Thorpe then. A big mark here today at the Western Oval.
And get out the Lemaire spars and rigging so you can get that tent up solid Monday night. From the throw, and it's picked up nicely by Armstrong. He gets the ball out towards Stevenson. Stevenson taps it further forward. Over here and coming through to pick up the ball is Dunstan. He got it further forward over to Jimmy Wind, and Wind puts the ball into the half-forward line, but coming out and reading the play very well and having a comfortable day is Toohey. Toohey's kick up to the half-back line to Delray is not a good one. This allows Fitzroy to come in again. Roos picks up the ball, kicks in towards centre half-forward, but Peter Quill, he's playing in front and took the mark. Sends it wide out to the vacant spaces of the outer wing, over there towards Simon Atkins. Atkins picks up the ball. He got good control there, kicks it up towards the half-forward line, looking for Thorpe. Gee, he just gets his body in position very well, Thorpe. Couldn't get the kick away, but he did well even to get the ball. Chris Grant's there, got the handball back towards Thorpe, but the umpire said Grant was out of bounds as he had the ball, and that we'll have a throw in 45 metres around from Footscray's goal. Footscray down to the Barclay Street end in the final term. The ball thrown in from the back of the pack. It's Packman's got the ball down to the ground. Players quickly in there. No one can get away with that, and the umpire will come in to ball it up. 18-10, 118 Footscray, 11-3, 69 Fitzroy. Waiting for the ball up, 40 metres out from Footscray's goal. Down it goes. Players set themselves. Paxman gets the ball out. Comes out towards Footscray. I think it was. Got it over to Quill. Quill onto the left foot's made no business about that. He's put it right through and drilled it home. Another nice piece of work by Footscray. And Peter Quill, one of the real good performers for Footscray today, finishes off with a nice goal. 19-10, 124 Footscray, 11-3, 69 Fitzroy on the Altona Gate Shopping Centre scoreboard.
And again, Thorpe.
Thorpe feeding the ball out. Yes, he's a very good player with his balance, and he's never really out of the contest, and that was excellent to see the way he's competing for the ball today.
Okay, ball back in the centre with umpire Chris Mitchell. Down it goes. Up will go Scotty Wind. He'll knock it up further afield. Chance here for Broderick. Lost it. But the ball came out to his teammate, and that was Dunstan to kick it up. And up goes 50 metres. Up goes the Doug. Dougie Hawkins takes the mark. And McCarthy runs at the umpire. He knocked it out of the Hawk's hand. And the Hawk says, OK, here we go. And he goes in short. And the umpire's going to bring it back. We can get too technical at times. Anyhow, the 50-metre has been applied. He's gone short again. He's looking for somebody to take the mark. Thorpe couldn't. The ball came to ground. It's whipped out nicely toward Abbott. Abbott in turn has got it back to McGregor of Fitzroy onto the right boot. Down towards centre wing on the outer side of the ground. They fly for the mark and Sexton's there. Sexton's being grabbed when not in possession. Play on calls the umpire. Now he's going to take it back now. He thought it was going to go to the advantage of Fitzroy then, I think, umpire Callaghan. When he saw it didn't, he paid the free kick. And it goes back to Sexton to boot it long, looking for Del Rey. Del Rey goes for one hand and can't mark. Ball comes to ground. Zanotti's in there for Fitzroy. In goes Scotty Wind. Whips out a hand pass to Darcy. Darcy now twists and turns. Get on the right boot. Down towards Chris Grant. The ball's going to beat him over the boundary line, I'd say. And it's over and out to be thrown in. 45 metres away from the Footscray goal at the Barclay Street end. Closest point to the broadcasting box. Here's Laurie Sandlin.
Thanks, Harry, and the delivery to Chris Grant's been pretty ordinary today. As the ball's thrown in, Scotty Wind wrestles his man off the ball, gets the thump away. All Fitzroy in there. That is until Scotty West come in, just pinched the ball out of their arms and put a high kick in. Ilya Gregic running with the flight of the ball has taken the mark, but the goal umpire said it's already through the behinds, so there'll be no mark to Big Ilya. Instead, a point registered to the Footscray side. That takes the Dogs on to 19-11, 125. Fitzroy 11-3, 69. Waiting for the kick in from guard once again. Undecided where to go. Now he gets a lead. Just chips the pass out towards McGregor, and McGregor has taken the mark. Handball's back to Guard, who runs down the ground. Guard gets the kick in. A grubbing kick in towards the centre of the ground. Broderick fisted it further forward. Dougie Hawkins was there to intercept, but lost his footing. Broderick following up, got a kick off the ground, and it's found his teammate there in Dunstan. Dunstan handballs over to McCarthy. McCarthy from 45 metres has a look and slams it through for a goal. Well, a bit lucky there, Fitzroy, because Hawkins had that ball covered. He got into that very hard centre turf area, lost his footing, and from there it was just a cakewalk for Fitzroy. Fitzroy are still trying in this game. They're fighting on. 12-3, 75, 125.
We go round the grounds, Raquel.
West Coast 10-8, 68.
Day down here today. The sun's shining. The seagulls are fluttering in the sky. And Scotty Wind is saying, what about him coming across me? And that's what he's doing. And Armstrong's got away with it again. So up they go. The ball is tapped down by Scotty Wind. It comes out nicely in the direction of Broderick. Broderick and company feed it back to Roos. Roos has kicked it wide. Dunstan's after it, and so too is Darcy. Darcy will stay on his feet. He'll be able to hand pass it away. Gets it to Sexton. He's well tackled. He'll be holding the ball. Yeah, pretty good tackle there by Dunstan and Fitzroy. And Dunstan from half-forward flank. Keen down towards Zanotti. Zanotti flies to the mark. Hawk was in front. And Hawk tapped toward the boundary line. And it's over and out to be thrown in. Inside 50, though. 48 metres away in Cemetery Corner from the Geelong Road end goal. That's Fitzroy's goal during this final quarter. And the ball being thrown in now. Manson in the ruck. Got the front position. I think he got the tap down as it came to a pack of players. And it'll be a ball up. Gives us a chance to give you the score yet again. Footscray 19-11-125 are 50 points up on Fitzroy, 12 goals, 375, and we've been playing 10 minutes in the final quarter on the Altona Gate scoreboard. This time Scotty Wind knocks it out beautifully too. Over there in the direction of Delray with a hand pass toward Atkins, and now it's back with players over the top, and there'll be another ball up. And that's on the half-forward flank for Fitzroy, still on the outer side, still on what I refer to as the cemetery wing, but it's out of the corner, and it's a good 80 metres away from the Fitzroy goal.
And the umpire throws it up over there, must be a bit heavy. Zanotti got a big punch away. Coming through was Delray. He was put down very heavily, and I think the umpire is going to give the free kick Footscray's way. Yes, Danny Delray getting up. The umpire just goes over to say, it's your free kick. Danny's got a bit of a knock on the nose, I think. Bit of a knock across the face. Don't you say anything, Steve McPherson.
Well, I thought you were having a go at Danny's nose.
No, I wouldn't do that. And Dougie Hawkins goes back. He decides to take the free kick. The last thing Dougie needs is another statistic.
He's a nice bloke, Doug, isn't he?
Up it goes, centre wing, and Scotty Wine comes in. Geez, had a good day today, Scotty. Got the mark.
It's going to be difficult to pick the Kodak man of the match, I'd say.
Certainly is. Up towards Chris Grant. He went up too, and there's another contender. Chris has had a dozen marks today, and that was as good as any. Grant now with the ball. Centre wing. Looks for the passes, goes up long. He's got Ilya Grigic leading down. Ilya goes up, got hands to the ball, couldn't control it. It's all Fitzroy as it hits the ground. Ruse gets it out to Baldwin. Baldwin a handball back over there to Armstrong. Armstrong down to centre wing on the member side this time. Zanotti's down there. He gets the ball, gets it over to his teammate there, and coming through to pick it up was David Johnson. Now it's Atkins comes away with the ball. A good intercept there. Fires it down towards Thorpe, who went high. Got a lovely ride, and Thorpe has taken the mark. Thorpe plays on quickly, chips it down to the forward pocket. There's little Brian Royal down there. Royal has taken the mark. He's on the boundary line, but only about 30 metres out from goal, so I would venture to say Brian will have a shot.
And I think he might kick it too.
And he's running around, lines him up, puts it on its way, but he hasn't put it through. Put it through for a minor score. 19-12-126 Footscray, 12-3-75 Fitzroy. 12 minutes gone, and that's on the Altona Gate Shopping Centre scoreboard.
And the ball about to be booted back into play. Round the grounds, Raquel.
Carlton 12-16-88 leading Hawthorn 9-10-64 with Cagney's.
And guard kick short. Goes in nice and quietly to Broderick. Broderick at Fitzroy down to Bruce. Bruce half-back flank outer side of the ground. Bathing in the sunshine, takes the mark. Looking now for Armstrong. Putting the signal out, give it to me. Bypasses him, goes a bit further down. Nobody can take the mark. Oh, whipped in nicely, Jimmy Wynn. He's got it. He does for a bounce and then kicks it short. It goes right down towards Zanotti. Zanotti's running onto the ball. There'll be an open goal here. Whips it on the right boot. Didn't get it round far enough, though. And it's through for a behind only. So Fitzroy will move to 12 goals for. 12-4-76. Footscray 19-12-126 in the Altona Gate scoreboard. And here is Tui kicking the ball back into play. Lovely kick out there to Barrow. Barrow moved down, took the mark. Pretty impressive, the two kids that have come on. There's Barrow's kick. Could be a mark to McCarthy. No, play on, will call the umpire. Good tackle over there.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Red hot.
Stanfield had the ball in midair. He was grabbed by Armstrong. And Armstrong didn't miss him, and neither did the umpire. It was holding the ball, and Armstrong of Fitzroy takes the kick right up towards centre half forward. A chance for the Hawkies in battling hard. There's plenty of players battling there. Umpire Mitchell standing off, then decides he'll blow the whistle, hug himself, which indicates he's going to bounce it as we go around the grounds with Raquel.
Geelong 18-13-121 leading North Melbourne 9-10-64.
North in trouble there as the ball has bounced at centre half forward for Fitzroy. Over it comes, and a free kick coming up here. That was telegraphed. Baldwin made certain he was going to get that one. And I think it's Dougie out there saying, did you see? No, it wasn't Dougie. It was might be young Barrow standing at mark who was saying, well, he did exaggerate it, didn't he? Yeah. And the attendance today is 13,049. They've paid almost $25,000 as Baldwin comes in. He's kicked it. It's going to fall short. It hasn't gone through for a score. Indeed, it's going to be defended well. As the ball comes out now, first it went to Darcy, then to Liberatore. Over then to Darcy again. He hand passed to Barrow. Barrow kicked it down, looking for Grant. went off his hands over the boundary line, and it's going to be thrown in.
And the great man leaves the field, H.
Yeah, Dougie Hawkins leaving the field.
Big reception.
50 points the difference as he leaves. 15 minutes into the last quarter. Ball goes loose. Payne picks it up for Fitzroy. Up will go Sexton. Should have marked. He had the run on it. The ball coming back out to his team, to his opposition player now. That's McCarthy. He links up with Payne. Payne's hand pass was not good. Kicked off the ground by Sexton. Goes loose to Baldwin. Baldwin to Fitzroy. Tries to do too much. Could have been holding the ball. It goes now to West. West with another hand pass. Finds Scotty. And Scotty Wind puts it down the throat of Thorpe. And Thorpe takes the mark.
He took the mark and the umpire signal to push in the back. Would that warrant a 50-metre penalty, H?
No. Simultaneously. And he's going for Ilya. Ilya's up in front. Ilya doesn't take the mark. It's off hands, picked up by West. He's missed one. Those are the ones that Scotty West has got to get. It's just like that ad. You know, the ones we don't want with the Wests.
Right.
And
know it well.
And we don't.
Maybe you could recite it for us.
And we don't get enough of them. And Scotty West does not get enough. As the ball is kicked back into play, it goes over to where Ilya Grikic knocks it away from the opposition player. Ball comes loose. Here's a good chance here. As wobbling in is Nicholson again. And Nicholson down the throat there of Thorpe. Thorpe hand passes over to Royal. And Royal says, "Oh, waltz in Matilda, waltz in Matilda." And he just waltzes in, puts it through. And that's another one for Royal. He's got, and he put it through, and Footscray go to 20 goals, 13, 133. Fitzroy 12 goals, 4, 76.
I was trying to call out ball, so well done, Choco.
And you can bet your life Brian will be trying for one more. He's kicked 299 career goals so far. From the throw-in, it's picked up by Broderick. He gets a kick down towards the half-forward line. Follows up nicely there, but Atkins is in there as well. Flips the ball out towards Liberatore. He can't pick it up. Going in there hard for Fitzroy was Michael Dunstan, and players can't get away with the ball, and the umpire will come in to ball it up.
He's got the time to get it. It's 18 minutes been played, so he's got another, say, 7 or 8 minutes, hasn't he?
198 games, 299 goals, Brian Royal. Big thump away by Ilya Grigic. Baldwin runs down with the flight of the ball, picks it up, turns around now on centre wing. The Dougie Hawkins wings, gets around Quill, goes for a run now. Baldwin now kicks the ball up to the half-forward line, looking for Manson. Nigel Callett came out, got the down to the front of the pack. It was Corcoran, rather, got the ball down to the ground. Manson's in there fighting hard for it again, but can't get rid of it. Good work there by Corcoran, and the umpire will come in to ball it up 60 metres out from the Fitzroy goal, and the security men start to walk around the fence, which indicates that the game isn't that far from over. 18 minutes gone. Good flip away there. Coming through and picking up the ball is Liberatore. Gets the handball over to head to Barrow, who's running with the flight of the ball. Controlled it well. Barrow a long handball over to Nigel Callett. Nigel Callett from the centre of the ground kicks it wide out towards Thorpe. Thorpe gets in the front position. Can't take the mark. Caven is in there. Picks up the ball. Gets the handball away. Fitzroy coming down the ground now. A big kick there by Johnson. Comes down to the half-forward line. The man in front is Toohey. Toohey just easily gets around his man. Sidesteps him nicely. Then chips the ball down to Chris Grant, who goes up. He will be paid the mark. And I thought that was fortunate. He got hands to the ball. Caven was in late and knocked it to the ground. But the umpire said Grant had it under control. Chris Grant now just chips the ball over towards Barrow. Barrow from the practice wicket area centres the ball up towards big Scotty Wind. Wind went up, couldn't take the mark. Brian Royal comes in. He's handballed it. Handballed it over to Nicholson. Nicholson with a left foot snap from the forward pocket has done a Brian Royal and put it through with a magnificent left foot snap. And Brian Royal has handballed a good handball too. Footscray move on to 21-13, 139. Fitzroy at 12-4, 76.
Another score from around the ground.
Yes, commanding lead by Carlton at this stage at Waverley, 15-17, 1.
And Ilya Grikic is in the ruck now. Scotty Winder's taking a rest. Down in the centre it goes. Up goes Ilya, and he comes right over the top and thumps it down into a pack of players. Picked up down there by little Jimmy Wind for Fitzroy. The ball, I thought it was marked by Ruse, not paid. Goes loose now toward Ruse, kicked off the ground. Opportunity down there for Fleming of Fitzroy. Doesn't take it though. The ball comes loose. Going to be picked up very handily by Footscray's Callett. He gets it out to the big Ilya. Ilya with a hand pass back to Darcy. Darcy in turn to West. West has moved away. He's looking over here for Atkins. Atkins will give it to Grant. You can back it in. And Grant's running onto the ball. Takes the hand pass. Is going to look for the big sticks. He goes down long. It's gone loose. Can Choco get it? In goes Thorpe. Can't pick it up. Choco tackling now. Choco's looking for the free kick, but he's given one away. Over keen he was.
A little bit excited, but these umpires today, I don't think have been on their game, H.
As the ball goes out nicely to Zanotti. Zanotti takes the mark and plays on for Fitzroy. Kicking it long, but it'll be easy mark for Sexton of Footscray. There's a man on his own. Sexton doesn't take any notice of that. He's kicking down, of all people, towards Scotty West. There were 4 Fitzroy players there. That was good play by Ben Sexton. Put it straight into the tackling zone of Fitzroy. Baldwin boots down to McCarthy. McCarthy can't take the mark, but gets the ball to Roos, and Roos takes the mark. Almost centre half forward. Goes for the short pass. Looking for Alistair Lynch. Found him. Stanfield's minding that player now. And Alistair Lynch has played a lone hand up forward for Fitzroy. He's kicked 7 goals. Got a chance for 8 because the man standing the mark, that's Barry Stanfield, is 40 metres out from goal. And Alistair Lynch should shoot at goal. Should make the distance. He'll kick from about 45. Heads well over the ball. It's on its way. The goal umpire's moving across to that right-hand goal post and says no, it's through from behind. So Fitzroy, 12 goals, 5, 77 on the Altona Gate Shopping Centre scoreboard. Footscray 21-13, 139. And that's a lead of 62 points at the moment. And that shouldn't be allowed, what Tui's done. He's got to kick it clear of hand and boot by 3 metres in the air, I believe.
I think it's 2 metres out in front of you, and I think that is allowed, H.
Well, I thought it was in the air, but anyhow, Tui's got away with this. It's gone out to his teammate over there in Sexton, and the ball now right on the boundary line. It's almost on the boundary line over there. The mark by Elliot Rickey. Back to Stanfield it goes. Stanfield in turn going forward up toward Chris Grant. Grant has shepherded his opposition player there, and but Grant is going to get the mark and free kick. Well, he's getting the free kick because Sexton took the mark.
A big kick up by Grant, up into the forward line, punched away, down on the ground it goes. Scotty Winder's in there doing the roving work, and he'll be pushed in the back, and the Footscray supporters cheer. They're getting a free kick up forward. Big Scotty Wine down there having a well-earned rest, has got the free kick. He's in the forward pocket grandstand side, a very acute angle, almost back on the boundary line, but only about 15-20 metres out from goal.
I think he wants to join in the picnic that Ilya Grigic has had up there.
That's right, and there's Scotty Wine kicks and kicked truly. That's a lovely kick off the boot by Scotty Wine right through the middle, and I was just having a look. He's kicked 12 goals in his career, so that's goal number 13. As Footscray storm away with this game. The lead now well over 10 goals. 22-13, 145 Footscray, 12-5, 77 Fitzroy on the Altona Gate Shopping Centre scoreboard.
Well, he doesn't have the luxury, does he, Steve, of being down resting in the forward pocket very often.
No, I think that's where you see the benefit of a big guy who can take a good mark like that. They can certainly add those couple of goals to a big game.
Ball down on the centre of the ground. Ilya Grigic just taps it down. Will go to Armstrong of Fitzroy. He's had a big game. He hand passed the ball out in front of Broderick, who runs onto it. He's picked it up now. He'll hand pass it back in turn. It's gone over there to, that's not Jimmy Wynn. Yeah, it is Jimmy Wine. And he's got it out where it's a chance for Roos. Roos hand passes to Manson. Manson kicks to the player in front of him. Well smothered there. Good effort by
Peter Quill.
And the ball through from behind.
The umpire originally paid a free kick to Alistair Lynch, but it paid the advantage, and it's cost Fitzroy a goal.
Up goes Elliot Rickey from the kick in. Those gloved hands are wrapped around the ball, and he takes another mark. Out wide. Over here toward his teammate Stanfield. And he linking up very nicely. Oh, but Barrow. This Barrow looks pretty good. Penalty downfield. I think Barrow and Thorpe look very good.
They do, and there's a lot to be said for somebody earning their spot or having to go back to the seconds and perform week in, week out. He's actually showing some great signs today, Gary Barrow.
So the free kick went down there to... was that Scotty West? And he has kicked it down to close to the boundary line, and it's over and out. That might have been young Thorpe who eventually got that free kick, and the ball has gone over the boundary line to be thrown in. Now it's at the drill hall end. That's the Barclay Street end of the ground. It's coming out towards Zanotti. Zanotti runs the ball nicely to Broderick. Hand passes to him, then Broderick with a left foot kick. He's looking for Manson, and Manson judged it well and took the mark in front of Ilya Gricky. He's on centre wing on the outer side of the ground.
And with an awkward kicking style, gets the ball further forward up to the true wing position where McGregor takes the mark. McGregor puts the ball up towards centre half forward, looking for McCarthy. Couldn't quite take the mark, but he recovers quickly. The kick is smothered off the boot once again by Quill. He's done some good work in close. Quill now gets a handball out to Cameron. Cameron over towards his teammate there in Corcoran. Corcoran quickly over towards Liberatory. He puts the ball up towards centre half forward, looking for Chris Grant. But the man in front, and that is Seacamp, took the mark. And now the ball is brought back towards Guard, who was well tackled by Grant. The ball comes loose once again. Paxman this time picks the ball up, drives in towards centre half forward. McCarthy can't take the mark. Good work by Nicholson. Got the ball out of his hands. Handballs over to Darcy. Darcy quickly to Corcoran. Corcoran down the member side. Looks for Chris Grant once again, who goes high but can't take the mark. It's knocked away from him over the boundary line to be thrown in.
Well, we'll wait for the ball to be thrown in from that particular point. Footscray 22-13, 145. Fitzroy 12-6, 78. That's 67 points difference there. As up goes Zanotti. He did tap it out okay. It went down to Jimmy Wind again to Fitzroy. In the back to Ruse. He'll get the free kick here. Wait for him to pick himself up as we go around the grounds, Raquel.
Geelong move further ahead, 23-14, 152 to North, 10-10, 70.
Ruse didn't bother to take a kick. He hand passed out to Payne, who kicked down towards centre half forward. Quill's there. Quill for Footscray with a hand pass over to his teammate in Cameron with another hand pass to Tui. Tui will kick it long. Coming out will be Libber. Liberatory takes the mark, sees West, gives it to that player. Then it's passed on very nicely over there to young Barrow. It's kicked right down toward the half-forward line, but a free kick may have gone against... It may have gone against Chuck O'Royal there because Guard was the player that took the free. He hand passed it over to his teammate in Cave, and it went right down to where Abbott took the mark. He in turn has kicked down long, and that mark's been taken by Payne of Fitzroy. Payne of Fitzroy's in the centre of the ground. We've been playing 27 and a half, almost 28 minutes gone. And another mark here to Manson. Manson will try and get Fitzroy a goal. But before the siren goes.
Manson plays on quickly, gets a handball away. Fitzroy drive the ball into the forward line. Off the hands of the Packets, picked up again by Peter Quill. A lovely kick out to the outer wing, finds Barrow. Barrow will handball over towards Cameron. Cameron has one bounce. He'll line up for the second. No, decides to kick it. Puts it in towards centre half forward. Royal is the only one there. He's got a battle free. It's Zanotti comes away with the ball. That was a poor choice, that. Zanotti's had two bounces. Thorpe is hot in pursuit. Did very well, Thorpe. He's forced the error. Wind comes in, but now play on is the call because Thorpe had infringed. The ball comes away now. Caven with the ball, drives it into the half-forward line. Lynch is being held. He'll get the free kick, and he's been too strong and too clever and too skilled for every player Footscray put up against him today, Alistair Lynch. 7 goals, 1 on the board. He's kicking for number 8, and he'll be kicking from 25 metres out, slightly on the grandstand side of the ground. Good effort, Steve. A lone hand up forward.
He's been very good, but we know what sort of player Alistair Lynch is, and he's going to kick a lot of goals if he plays it full forward.
Lynch comes in, drives it in towards goals, and I think he's put that through. Not much movement or excitement down there, but Alistair Lynch has put through goal number 8 for the Fitzroy side. The only other one with more than 1 goal is Johnny McCarthy with 3. And Fitzroy 13-6, 84, trail Footscray 22-13, 145 on the Altona Gate Shopping Centre scoreboard. 30 minutes gone in the final turn.
Almost siren, centre of the ground, and still the long shadows being cast by the sun on the players. And up went Grickick. I think he tapped it out okay. It came to ground. There could be a ball up. Play on calls the umpire. He's trying to get the ball to move out. Barrow gets in there. Worked it out nicely to Kellett. Kellett is going to get another touch. He'll hand pass now to the running Barrow. Barrow's good. Barrow gets it down to a teammate. Is it going to be a free? Yes. It's a free kick. Cameron will get it. Cameron will take the free kick. He wants to get another score. He's got to move quickly. Kicking it right across at virtually parallel to where he's standing. He's got it to Corcoran, took the mark and played on, and then gave the hand pass to Kellett. Kellett's kicked a real big bomb. He's looking for Wind. Wind can't take the one-hander, and it's through for a point. Touch behind, that was. And 22-14 goes on the Altona Gate scoreboard. 3WRB 97.4 FM. Footscray 22-14, 1-4 back into play. Zanotti's after it. He tries to push it along the boundary line. He does that well, but keeps it in play. And now it's gone over and out to be thrown in centre wing on the outer side. 31 minutes have been played into the final quarter. And Footscray's got it all sewn up. In fact, it's a percentage booster for them. As the ball thrown in, centre wing on the outer side of the ground. Up went Ilya again. He's got it out okay. He whips it out to Cameron. Cameron in turn to Atkins. Back it goes to Liberatore. He's looking for options. Over here he can wax it. It goes to Darcy. Darcy takes the mark, plays on. Grant's up. Siren goes. West got the ball from the drop off the pack. It was good play by West. But he won't be credited with the kick because the siren has sounded and the game ends. And Footscray with a final tally of 22 goals 14, 146, have defeated Fitzroy 13 goals 6, 84, 13-6, 84, and that is a victory by 62 points. 60 to check on the goal kickers, and Wayne the Whisperer is going to pitch the tent.